Yo, what's poppin', people? You got your boy Nandra here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, we'll be covering PDK and things like that. Well, really just my version of PDK, which looks a little bit different than like things you might be used to. But yeah, we're gonna go into the deck list. Alright, so this deck, as you can see, like, again, it's a little bit different, but like, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that like I don't play to the grain things. That like I usually come up with these things like way before they come meta, and actually like stick with my own like sort of like homebrews or whatever, just because like those work for me. Because I play enough Dragon that I kind of like know what I as a player would the I as a player know what I would want when I'm like playing. Anyway, so the game I'm about to show you guys, it's actually gonna be a game of the mirror. It's going to show you the importance of proper sequencing and things like that. Okay, so I'm going second. I actually personally like going second in Dragon Mirrors, as you know, just because like it's one extra resource. The elo matters quite a bit, especially if you are or aren't playing Elder Tortoise, and the other person might be. Yeah. So pick up a canyon. The canyon is a very, very important thing. So as you may know from like watching my streams and whatnot, I talk about this a lot. But you actually, as Dragon, do not need to ramp more than once unless you have canyon or unless you have like possibly like a Frenzy Drake that's in your hand. Don't do it as top deck. Don't do it only if it's like in your hand. Anyway, so I pick up the young Roy. I'm like, okay, sure, this is fine. This is good. He plays Oracle. This is fine. I now know that I need to ramp at least once to catch up with him. Now, this turn, there's a lot of interesting lines you can go for. The line that I'm going to choose to go for is, instead of playing up my Somniferous, which is really good, but also really bad, because if he plays Fleam, that's like a deck card, or my White Frost, which is like okay, because like it doesn't die, but it also promotes a slower game plan, I'm going to instead go ahead and play out my Summoner. Now the reason I play out the Summoner is because I wanted to fish for Ayla this turn, before I played my Roy. Like the Roy choice, it's very conditional on what your hand is like, right? But if I know to have Ayla, it makes it okay for me to go ahead and take the ramp, because if I take the ramp, I can go ahead and ramp, play up my canyon, things like that. Bob's your uncle, we Gucci, right? So he passes here. I'm like, okay, sure, this is great. So I go ahead and take the young Dragon Life. He passes again. I'm like, okay, cool, this is great. I have the Ayla, I got the ramp. I'm like, let's go. Canyon on, what is this, 6? No, Canyon on 5. Let's go. Like, let's just go. Actually, no, yeah, it's on 5. It's on 5. Yeah. So Canyon on 5. So I plays with the young Sybil. I'm like, okay, sure. The Sybil dies on board. I get my canyon. I start popping out some dragons. I got both my PDKs in the back. But unfortunately, the PDKs are kind of worthless because like I know he has Frenzy Drake in his hand. Like the way he's been playing, like it kind of like it just sort of says, okay, I have Frenzy Drake and I'm gonna play it. Anyway, I actually make this evolve here. I have one free evolve. I want to pressure, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the pressure. So I have a 3/4 here and a 5/5. Obviously speaking, he's going to always clear the 5/5. But he might not clear the 3/4. In the event where he does not clear the 3/4, the 3/4 kind of sneaks in, and the Evo's worth 4 damage. That's a lot of damage. Because it's essentially the same thing as saying that like I Evo'd twice, when in reality I actually Evo'd once. So he plays a Sybil here. I'm like, okay, sure. I expect the Scyther to want to come out too, because that'd be like the best sort of line, but he doesn't have it. Instead he plays Roy. I'm like, okay, sure. This will force his last Evo, so now unless he plays Elder Tortoise, he's not getting back his Evo. I'm like, okay, I can abuse that, that's good. Alright. So he heals up. Anyway, so this turn I misplay. The correct play, the 100% correct play, is to go ahead and, well, you can do this a few different ways. Is to go ahead and play at your PDK, to then play at your Feline, It doesn't matter which way the ping lands. If the ping lands on the civil, that's unfortunate. You can just ignore the Roy then. If it lands the other way, then you can just evolve you can just either evolve the PDK or evolve the Feline or use a Feline spell. It doesn't really matter what you do. But I kind of like. I kind of like tunnel vision because like I knew that he was going to play Civil. I wanted to just like roll some dice and just like be able to clear everything off all at once. So I go ahead and I play the PDK. Now, granted, playing the PDK is a little bit greedy here because like again, this is going into his first Frenzy Drake turn, but I just said I don't care. I literally said it doesn't matter. I can get through this basically. So that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, by doing this, as you see here, I'm clearly going to banish my dragon for free at the end of my turn. Like, an additional 2-1 is not worth a 5/5, right? So, bit of a choke there, bit of a misplay. Because now, if the Frenzy Drake does not hit for 5, I lose 5 damage. That's bad. That's really bad. It's for 6, but that's fine. Like, you know, like it's still really important to order things correctly when you get the opportunity to do so. Correct? Yeah. So I go ahead and play out my PDK. I play out my PDK to play out the Feline spell. I show him another Feline, but that's fine. Like, I do it in this order because there's a chance he might fuck up and he might forget about the first one. Even though, yes, I played it last turn because, like, generally speaking, if you for whatever reason aren't forced to play out your card immediately, and it's been like some turns, people tend to forget about it. Anyway, he plays Wrath Drake here. I'm like, okay, sure. He then plays a Blazing Breath. I'm like, okay, sure. So now this is bad. I've lost a lot of value, a lot of momentum because his AoEs were good. He had two AoEs and was able to get rid of my dragon. So this is like, yikes. But now, I pick up the Ozzy, the Haka, and the Aina. Like, this is why cantrip matters. Because like, if I didn't have this information, this would have been kind of bad. Because I don't like to play for top decks. Like, oh sorry. I don't like to play for top decks when the game is like this far, when the game is like still like kind of close. So playing for a top deck could be like, you know, the wrong play. So I go ahead and just slam down the young Ozzy the Hawk. I'm like, okay, let's go, let's go. Like you were dead here, son. Like, right. So I go ahead and slam it down. I also make sure to evolve it. Yes, it can die to Feline spell. However, he used up a Blazing Breath already. He hasn't shown me the Roy spell, but the Roy spell, it's going to be for Dragon Strife. That doesn't kill Ozzy the Haka though. Like, because Ozzy's evolved, he needs Roy, and then he also needs to trade, or he just needs to play Feline. That works as well. But either way, I'm forcing him into a spot where he has to commit into the board. When he commits into the board, I kill him. Yeah, so he plays out 2 Elder Tortoises here. I'm like, oh, okay, nice. I see you. Yeah, plays out all the tortoises here. He uses up the Evo on one of them. To be honest with you, I would not have used up the Evo on one of them. I would just like traded in my Wrath Drake and just held the Evo. Because if I don't have lethal here, then you know that's like fine. But unfortunately for him, I actually do have lethal here because I have the Scyther. Well, I had Scyther Iron. Scyther Iron was more than good enough, but I decided to just like go ahead and show him with the Dragon Horde because it'd been in my hand the entire game, right? So I go ahead and get the young lethal here. I'm like, cool. Bam. So this is a game where, like, again, I played in such a way to better maximize my odds, to better allow me to make more informed choices, and you know, things like that matter. Like, it's kind of small, you know, it probably seemed like a little bit like insignificant, but it mattered. It mattered 100% for that situation. Yeah, little things like that, like, always get you the edge, especially in Dragon Mirrors and things like that, or maybe just like, you know, any mirror, any matchup where you as a player have like some kind of like search option that's like not like that's not like a guaranteed search. Like, so for example, Summoner can get you like, you know, Ayla's Somniferous, you know, things like that. But if you're able to play in such a way to, you know, better like maximize your odds, better give you like extra like percentage points, you know, you're good to go. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about odds and mathematics down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.